Alright, so we're just gonna go back into it now. It's such dramatic music. Very dramatic music. It's the DE2. I like the DE2. It's a good engine. It's fun. It's a fun little engine. It's easy to access too. Like you can kind of climb in and out of it much easier. I like that like glowing red marker light as well. Oh, the DE2, if you could just make a more powerful version of the DE2, like I would definitely be on board with that, like a DE200. What time is it? What time is it? There's a clock on the... Okay, it is... Yeah, it is 6 p.m. Right? Yeah, I mean, I would think so, because the... Is it 6 p.m. or 6 a.m.? This is hard. This is difficult. I don't remember what time it was in the game. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. We are doing another Derail Valley video here. In this video, do you like how I did that real quick? Like, just I'm going over here, but then bam, I'm looking over here at something. Today, in this video, we are going to run the DE6. This is going to be my first time using the DE6. It seems like maybe it's getting darker. And the reason why I'm concerning myself with that right now is because I don't want to... It seems like most of the time when I'm playing this, it's nighttime. Like, it's always dark. Why is it always dark in Derail Valley? So, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. There's a ship over there. What about, like, Derail Valley, but, like, you get to drive, like, the ship? Like, I guess it would be more like Capsize. Like, Capsize Valley. Capsize Gulf. Or something like that. Anyway. Back to the station office. I wish I could tell, like, what time it is, and I don't think this... So, like... Okay, so it's showing, like, 6 o'clock. I don't know if does that change at all. It's getting darker out, though. It does seem like it's getting darker out. Oh, you know what Is that the... That's the sun, right? That is so weird. What is that? It's like an asteroid coming towards Derail Valley. It was just like, we're just gonna put these people out of their misery. Okay. I mean, it looks like the sun, but that is so weird looking. I have never seen a moon that is bright. Maybe this doesn't take place on Earth. It can't be. Like, I like the glow though on the, like, the puddles. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the morning. Anyway, let's see what we can do. I want to use the DE6 today. Maybe we start with like a shunting move or something. We could probably do one of these. 40,000. It's a shunting move that seems to, it's like a mixed freight train too. There's like one car with like automobiles on it. 3 pickups. Load and prepare a train with no Nave shipment of electronics. Treg shipment of Treg shipment of apparel and footwell. Brome tooling, AAG electronics. This is just a mixed freight of all sorts of merchandise. Prepare, load and prepare. So this train, like, we're grabbing it from somewhere and we're loading it up. It requires long 2, fragile, and so I think we have all the licenses for this. Man, there's some big hitters in here though. Wow. Or do I keep it simple? What is that? I think those are deliver scrap containers. Scrap containers to the steel mill. That sounds like a fun one though. It doesn't, there's not a lot of money in this one, but it does seem like a fun one. And if I'm going to use the DE2, I need to do something that's going to be... Place it right there for just a second. That's going to goods factory in town, which is not too far off. It's 42. It requires hazmat too. That might be harder. I don't have the hazmat ones. So, but I do have money. I have a lot of money. 154,000. Of course, leasing the DE2 is going to be it's going to cost a lot anyway, but okay, so freight haul I can take, because if we look at the map, we're here, and then we just go up and over to the steel mill. But then we can continue on over what I actually consider to be my favorite part of Derail Valley, which is this stretch right here, and go to goods factory. So we could do both of these, but we have to have the hazmat to haul these tank cars with the ammonia and sodium hydroxide. So let's go ahead. We need to get possibly, well, we need to get hazmat 1. Let's see what we can do here. So this is how you figure things, like this is how you get to do different things. And as you can see, we have a lot. Concurrent orders means you can stack up orders, which is what we're going to do. That would be a license for one of the steam engines. I don't have the DM3 license. I could probably get that eventually. I do have multiple unit, which was a helpful one when I just had the DE2s, and the DH4 actually too. If you probably saw from the last video, it's you do need those engines sometimes, because it's the 100 museum's only 15,000. That might be the next thing to look into, is the museum stuff. Got the DE6, and we need hazmat. Oh man, that's gonna cost me everything. There's a hazmat 3? Oh my gosh. Okay, now it has me rethinking, like I could just do this. This would generate maybe a move, but I don't really want to go back to food factory. We've been there. I do want to do this. Maybe I can make it work. It was hazmat 2. And make sure I have long 2 as well, because that could be a problem. Let's see, where did I miss it? Train length. Okay, so long 2 is train length 2 in this. So let's try getting these hazmat licenses. Man, that's expensive. Okay, so do I even have them? I don't have the money for this, because hazmat 2 is 130. I only have 154, and that's not going to cover it, if my math is correct. Yeah, that's not going to cover it. I can't do it anyways, so I can't haul this one. So that guy goes in the trash. We're just going to get rid of this. Place in the trash, please. Place in the trash can. I can't place it in the trash can. Goodbye. Where are you going? Machine factory. Nope. No deal. Harbor in town to the sawmill. You're going the opposite way of where I'm going. Harbor in town to the coal power plant. Sawmill. Goods factory in town. Okay, cool. So between these right here, it's not bad. It's going to be more with the bonus if we can get it done in time. Goods factory in town. So we would basically start here. go up to the steel mill, and then go up to goods factory. Let's do it. Let's take these two. Okay. Let's hold on to them, actually. This is a trick. We're gonna have that one. And we're gonna take this one. Now we have two of them, and we're gonna come back a little bit later. Is it raining? You're killing me, man. Okay, so here we are at the roundhouse now, and as you can see, there is only one DE6 available. So now we also have to factor in the tonnage that we're going to be handling with this, because there's only one of these engines available here. So I have to now check out the two thingies. The two thingies that I had. Let's see. So this one is 136 tons. 136 tons. And this one's 204 tons. And then we need to refer to the vehicle catalog, because this is going to tell us that we can handle some 340 some tonnage, which actually seems doesn't seem bad at all. Okay, so vehicle catalog for the DE6. Okay. It can handle 3,000 on flat terrain on a good day, 1,200 on a grade on a good day, and only 1,000. We're still way under with this. So I think we're good. I think we're gonna do this. We got to get this engine out first, and we're gonna have to go to the turntable here. I think we could just push this, can't we? It seems so much easier just to push this darn thing than it is to try to get it lined up right. Come on. Locked and loaded. Now we can go start this engine. Now, when I got the DE6 license, I did do the tutorial on it. So I kind of have that part down right now. I just have to remember all the thingies. This is the knife switch. Like, this is like your master power switch. So yeah, we got that going. Let's see, there's probably some switchy bobs over here that we got to do. Not yet. Maybe not. Okay, so then the next step is to go to... Come on over here. Is it right here? Ooh, damn. Okay. That's all it took, okay. And then I do like that. Like, it's just like enough. It's just intuitive enough to where like you have to learn how to slamming doors today. Where you have to kind of do a couple things to get the engine started. It's not just like pressing one button, but then at the same time, like, it's not super complex and technical, like, in train sim worlds where you might be, having to do a bunch of things. Gauge lights, cab light. Yeah, we'll keep the cab light on for now. It seems more cozy with the cab light for some reason. Brake cutout. Yeah, it's not so technical, so it's, to me, like I was saying in the last video about Derail Valley, is like, the fact that it's, like, not tied to any, like, prototypical, place, time, or, like, area, railroad, whatever, and, like, all the vehicles are, even though they're sort of based on real engines, it's not, they're still their own thing. Like, it takes, I think, sort of the pressure to try to compare to the real world and like gauge the accuracy. You're able to just kind of immerse yourself. It's a fictional world, and we still have a handbrake on here. There it is. Because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you put it down here? Okay, it's gonna jump back up. Alright, let's sit down in the invisible chair and get this guy moving. Okay, so coming out of the roundhouse right now with the DE6, and we're gonna go back over to the station now. Oh, he's running. He's running away. Run away! This thing has a lot of power. We can now go and turn those orders in, and that way we can start making those moves. But the idea behind waiting to turn that in and like validate it is that way we aren't on the clock. Okay, back in the station office now, and we're going to take the Freight Hall 1 for the Goodstown factory and validate that. We're going to grab this one here, validate that. Now we have two. We have this one and this one. Let's open up the first one. The first one has us going to the goods factory in town. We will go ahead and figure out what track. E10 for that one. This one is coming from E50. That's awesome. So we have, well, actually it's 1 and 5. I keep forgetting that the last character there is a letter, not a number. So O for outbound. So E1 and E5. Anyway, E yard for both of them. That makes life a lot easier. So let's go back to our engine now. If I'm thinking about this from the perspective of like a guy who has to walk to do everything, I'm not going to make my first set out the rear of the train. I would probably want to make it the head end, because that way I can stop and I'm not having to walk too far to to the cars that I need to work with. So I may have my setup towards the head end of the train. And then, you know, that way when we stop, I can just make a set out, cut away, pick up and go. But in this case, we don't really have that issue. So that being the case, I think E1 being the first set out, or being the last set out, I should say, would go on the head end. So E1 to the head end. Okay, that'll do. I read that, before you sneak away from me, I read a couple things that there's been a few updates with Derail Valley, like recent updates. I know that they worked on the RAM so that, let's see, handbrake is good. Go down to the other end here. That handbrake needs off. Okay. The remote's not working, but it'll be fine for the moment. If we can just... Like, I'm in control. I can... Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna... for a second it wasn't responding, but it is now, so that's good. We're gonna go on and couple to 5. I'm going to keep it at about 18. I'm going to keep it under 20 in the yard. I could probably go a little bit faster, but we'll keep it right there for now. We're going to grab these scrap containers. Scrap containers are obviously going to be cut up for scrap metal to be melted back down and make a new steel, because Derail Valley is a resourceful country. Okay. Now we have to get back to first person here because we have to jump off and then run all the way down to couple it together, because again, that darn remote's not working and I don't know why exactly, but quickly now. As I was saying before, oops, I guess it would help if I had the air hoses connected. As I was saying before, Derail Valley's got a few updates that they've done. Of course, this last one, I believe, did some stuff to the RAM, and now that's improved like the playing performance of the game. We're gonna get down to the other end here, and then yeah, we gotta undo this handbrake. You're gonna find that the handbrakes are usually on one end of the train, one handbrake, and either on the last car or the first car. We're good to go. We can hop back up and we can head out. Or I can hit the F key one too many times. It's a sunny day now at least, so that's kind of nice. Coming off the brakes. Not a fan of that horn. Yeah, that's so weird. Like, why? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's fine. It's better than the MSDS horns. Do you remember that? Did you play Microsoft Train Simulator? Do you remember the horns? Yeah, like, what is this? Why do you have this weird... That doesn't sound natural, like for an air horn. Anyway, so, Derail Valley did some, big update recently, and they're talking about another update that's going to be like the B100 update, which is coming like late 2026. But in this recent update, they had the VRAM thing that they fixed, and they added like the rail driver stuff, which is great because that is a help. They added a new like shunting vehicle, I believe. And I think in the next one they're going to start adding more. There's going to be new towns and new industries in the next one. But yeah, like a lot of really cool things have come up recently with Derail Valley. But one of the things that I was going to say was that one of the options in the future may be knuckle couplers instead of the, I guess you would call them like the chain link couplers. I'm not sure what they're actually referred to as, but the buffers and the like chain link stuff, which I think is kind of cool. Like, I do like that. Being from the United States and like in North America, we're using the knuckle couplers, which those are probably a little bit easier because you're just having to pull a pin, and like you can couple without having to do much manual labor. Let's see. So I think our switches are pretty much lined up for us at this point. We're going to be going. Let's see. Oh, I guess we could have gone through the goods factory first. That might be the faster way to do this. We didn't think about that, did we? Okay. We got a grade coming out of here too. I need to be conscious of that. Oops. Right now I'm just trying to get a good view out of the cab here. That's proving to be a little difficult. I'd like to have a nice view for the camera coming out of here. Oops. But yeah, we could go that route. I think maybe that'd have been the better way to go, because that'll like bring us into the town, and then we just have to back the front half of our train into a track. Or I go the other way and then go back up. I feel like that might be backtracking, actually. Let's see. So then I would go here. I would stay that way, and then I would turn that way and go into the town. Yeah, so let's do it that way. We will do it that way. I should have thought about that to begin with, but I didn't, and we're just going to kind of adapt to the situation here, and it's a beautiful day outside. It's very pretty looking. I wish I could sort of, yeah, like extend this up just high enough, because it is really pretty out here. So, another thing that I've kind of been thinking about with Derail Valley is, like, I really do, I like that there are, like, a lot of different, like, places to see and all that, and, like, you get to travel to these places and all that. But, like, I feel like there's these intermediate places, like where we're coming up to right now with this junction, that... Let's see. Got to slow down just a tiny bit here. There we go. I think we may have derailed if we weren't careful at that point. I feel like junctions like this, though, like, I wish they had a name, and they don't. Like, they're just sort of these generic areas where, like, I would like to be able to say, like, you know, this is the place right here. This is, you know, location A, and this is the junction or something, or like name the rivers or something. Like, I feel like they could do a little bit more in-depth stuff with, like, the entire, like, world that Derail Valley takes place in. Maybe out there somewhere someone's actually done that, like they've taken the Derail Valley map and sort of, like, you know, enhanced it, which that'd be really cool. Maybe there's a mod. There's mods for everything now, and I'm just so out of touch with a lot of those things, so I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I guess it's something maybe I could do myself. Maybe I just name these things myself, like, you know, I can just say, you know, this is the big bridge right here, you know, this is the big bridge next to the big mountain. But definitely would be cool to see some names to some of these areas, you know, like, what is this, like a river or something right here? What's the name of this river, you know? There actually isn't a river here, it's just sort of like filling in the gap. Okay, so yeah, turnout's good. This point right here is going to take us off, like, the route up to the ore mine, and then instead take us towards the goods factory, which is kind of fun. Like, navigating the map is kind of fun to do. Like, I will give them that. But, like, name the track, and just, like, what main line or branch line are these, like, places? Like, you know, give them some names. I think that'd be cool. need to be super careful here because, to me, like, we're moving way too fast for some of these stretches of track, and you will derail if you're not careful. And as I was saying, like, this is what keeps the game so fun, because you're constantly having to make adjustments to your controls, you're doing stuff, you're focusing on the signs, making sure that you're, you know, preparing for downhill grades or going uphill, what have you. There's a lot of things involved that, you know, as much as the game is not a realistic one as far as, ooh, see, we're picking up speeds again. At least it to me feels like we're picking up speed. Even still, like, there's a lot of very realistic elements in Derail Valley. I'm taking screenshots. Like, how could you not? It's really pretty. I've also just learned how to do screenshots, so, you know, there's that. Okay, we're actually right at the speed we want to be, thankfully. 30 kilometers per hour for this little stretch right here. I never take enough screenshots. I never think to take screenshots, so I'm doing it right now, but oh yeah, you can see why this is. You can see why this is. That's a sharp S-curve right there. We also have to start paying attention to what track we're coming into, because that's going to be a thing really quickly here. And hop off, and then hopefully not lose. Nope, we're going to lose it. Let's see, can I get this thing to work finally? Like, it'd be fantastic if this thing worked. I don't think it works for the DE6 or something. There's something wrong with this. Like, why won't you work on this engine? Yeah, that's a pain. That's a real pain, actually. Secure this cut. You hear the crickets. Can't see. Oh, we can see the stars too now, so it's getting to be that time. Gonna go ahead and close the angle cock. Undo the coupler. Okay. I'd say that would do it right there. I'll just go ahead and jump right off, and let's see, we need to put a handbrake on it. Handbrake is on. Go ahead and close the angle cock. Undo the link. Alright, walking over to the station office. We'll go ahead and turn this order in. And that was some extra money. What do we got? Ooh. Cool. Got a little extra money. currently 10 p.m. and we're still on the move. It's been a long, long day. All right. I thought that was a passenger coach for a second. It's a bus. Derail Valley is eventually supposed to get the passenger services in there. I don't know how exactly that'll work as far as, like, you know, how that will, like, function in the game, like, as far as how are you going to get paid for it and whatnot, and but it is something apparently they are considering. Gotta figure out if there's like a way to like slow time down in this game. I feel like time just goes way too quickly. Gotta get on the dynamics there for a moment. We were going a little too fast. Still going too fast. Gotta slow this thing down. So if you have noticed, I have started to put out more videos. I'm working on making more content for my YouTube channel, which has always been a big challenge for me. If you've stuck long enough with this channel, you probably know that already. So I'm working towards a more consistent release schedule. And it's kind of difficult. So like in my job, I'm on the extra board right now. So it's been kind of beneficial because I've been getting some time at home, and that has been very helpful to making content. So, and I'm having a lot of fun with Derail Valley too, and Rolling Line too has got some pretty cool things that came out recently. So with Rolling Line, there is a bunch of stuff that I did just release a video, like as I am speaking right now. There was a Rolling Line video that will be going out soon as well, so probably before this video gets released. In that Rolling Line video I didn't cover it, but the next Rolling Line video I'll talk more about the cool stuff going on with that. And then, you know, maybe we'll get into some Train Sim World stuff, because I bought some Train Sim World content too that we can check out if you like the format of what I do. I mean, I'm still sort of figuring those things out, to be completely honest, but I feel like I'm doing a little bit better. As I said in the last video, I do want to work on getting some better audio equipment so that I can actually like sound better. A better microphone, I guess. Right now I'm using like a really cheap headset that's more for like gaming, like multiplayer gaming, not really for studio quality productions or anything like that. So that's something that I plan to do. I feel like the next step maybe in the future is once I have built up some more subscribers and all that, then from there I would really like to get a Patreon started where I can maybe do some exclusive contents for a really, like, I wouldn't charge more than like $2 a month, but to just put something out there. Whoa. I really need to slow down. Pull this in, we're going to make some money, and we will call it a day. The minimum thing you have to do when you bring your train into its destination is to, I mean, one, make sure you have it on the right track, but you also have to cut away and tie that handbrake down, which we will do in just a moment. Yeah, just a little more. Okay. Say that's good right there. Okay. Got to duck so I don't hit my noggin again. I've hit it several times already. And then we need to get that handbrake applied. There we go. Okay. Hop back on the engine here. We'll call it good right there. So yeah. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of the DE6. I may have to get used to this thing a little bit more, but certainly not the best for visibility. Not a big fan of whatever's going on with pairing it up. There may be a trick that I just need to read about, because I certainly did not have any sort of way of figuring that out. Let's see, where's the station office? It's over here, so back to first person real quick. Because the steel mill's where you start up, I do kind of feel like this is like home base right here. And like, I guess there is a lot of stuff around this area. I think that's more just because it's centrally located in the map. But the steel mill definitely feels like the home base for this. So, all right. Let's see, how much did we make? 17. That's not bad. And then we need to pay our fees down. So, what are we at right now? We're at 187. Not bad. We can actually probably afford the licenses that we needed the last time. And $2,700. My goodness. My day, it did not cost that much to lease an engine from the Derail Valley Rail Transport Association or agency, whatever it is. But cool, we got all that taken care of, and we're going to go ahead and call it a night because it is late once again. Currently, what time is it? Clock. Where's Mr. Clock? It is currently 1 a.m. 1 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it a night, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you.